Hello everyone. Our new theorems series continue. New theorem 56. Approximate, exact, practical or theoretical. Approximate, exact, practical or theoretical. Advocatus 1. All of the approximate concepts, generally practical and relative dynamics, material dynamics, and concepts at these categories. 2. All of the exact absolute concepts dynamics belong to spiritual dynamics and generally theoretical. 3. All of the approximation existence so many exact dynamics as theoretical. 4. All of the exaction existence so many approximation dynamics as practical, so that approximate, exact, practical, theoretical should be changeable, different degree, ratio, proportion for every concept. New theorem 57. Aerodynamics, hydrodynamics, and universal dynamics. Aerodynamics, hydrodynamics, and universal dynamics. Advocatus 1. All of the aerodynamics components, resistance, dynamics, should be possible, changeable, different factors, area, layers, and heights, etc. 2. Different hydrodynamics interacted so many factors, regions, deepnesses, resistance, etc. so that aerodynamics and hydrodynamics created same mentality. 3. Aerodynamics and hydrodynamics correlated each other relatively and absolutely, that there's reality same parallel. 4. Universal all dynamics components, resistance, waving, rays, etc. generally summarize all aerodynamics and hydrodynamics together. New theorem 58. Ego, material body, likes but itself as to be harmful. Ego, material body, likes by itself as to be harmful. Advocatus 1. Ego, material body, just only program, biocomputer, machine, that make robotic actions, functions, behaviors, basis of signaling, feeling system that likes only I dynamics. Egocentrist dynamics. 2. Ego, obligatory, absolutely dependence, time, place, environmental factors, genetics, and spiritual governing that generally own negative mistake effect, condition, dynamics. 3. Ego, material dynamics, design basis of faulty actions, functions that at the end make harmful effect by itself, robotic dynamics. 4. Ego, material body, biocomputer, all programs without boundaries, so that we should be choose, meaning governing, managing, as vehicle or as purpose, transform purpose, very dangerous, harmful results, and immaturity essential. New Theorem 59. Arrangement, irregularity, plan or chance, coincidence. Arrangement, irregularity, plan or chance, coincidence. Advocates 1. All of the arrangements obligatory need to for harmony, normal function, physiologic actions, mechanism, so that plan. 2. All of the irregularity, example, mutations, generally, show us chance, possibility. Contrary, backside dynamics, absolutely, obligatorily, plan, but absent of total information, so that governing by Halikuan Gothuan. All of the carcinogenesis started single one cell, different causative mutagens and carcinogens, but only main essential mechanism, only purpose that transform poor conditional normal cell to the cancerogenic cancer cell. Just absolutely planned. 3. Arrangement and irregularity, all dynamics, existence inside each other, reality and different factors make effect that transfer their last condition results. 4. Arrangement and irregularity, plan and chance, absolutely obligatory, just functional cycle, open or absent information. We call these concepts different names. New Theorem 60. Symmetrical, asymmetrical correlation, normal, abnormal. Symmetrical, asymmetrical correlation, normal, abnormal. Advocates 1. All of the opposites, concepts, dynamics, mechanisms, actions, functions, balance, symmetrical and normal. 2. All of the asymmetrical dynamics lost their balance or should not be reached balance. So all of the actions, functions, behaviors are abnormal. Cancer cell, asymmetrical mechanisms, so many. All of the normal conditions, dependent, symmetrical, asymmetrical, correlated, work together as cycle, as peaceful. 4. Generally, symmetrical conditions, dynamic supported, symmetrical and asymmetrical conditions, dynamics supported, asymmetrical, so that every relationships give more powerful effect. New theorem 61. Attractive for material body dynamics. Attractive for material body dynamics. Advocates 1. All of the material bodies, vehicles, relative, imaginative, dependence time and place, so that attractive boundaries of time. 2. Unreal, attractive dynamics, anatomical, parts, changeable, some applications but only feeling and periodical dynamics. 3. Absolute spiritual bodies, attractive dynamics give support for material bodies attractive, so that independent time and place. 4. Relative material bodies, attractive dynamics, allow life period and time interval, step by step changing. Contrary, absolute spiritual body, then material body attractive, all of life period, step by step unchangeable, with time interval unchangeable. New theorem 62. Intermediate metabolism and results. New theorem 62. Intermediate metabolism and results. Advocates 1. All of the intermediate metabolisms, permanent condition, cause pathological metabolic disorders, illnesses. 2. Intermediate metabolism, absent of total cycle, metabolic activity, dynamics, mechanisms, so that should not suitable for normal functions, actions. 3. Intermediate metabolism should not suitable opposite balance, so that unbalance cause irregularity, dysregulation. 4. Intermediate metabolisms are premature, immature, so that immaturity relationships chaotic, anarchic, and should not be suitable of homeostatic balance. New theorem 63. Good and bad differences as relative. Good and bad differences as relative. Advocates 1. Good concepts means every concept, dynamics, mechanisms of all factors suitable of opposition, balance, harmonically and cooperations for richness condition. 2. All of the bad dynamics, mechanism, interactions lost its balance, cooperation, harmonical relationships of opposites, or should not reach any time. 3. Good and bad conditions, actions, functions, if relative changeable of time, place, and conditions, so existence interval dynamics. 4. Absolute dynamics, existence, absolute good and bad, so that real good and bad independent of environmental factors, time and place, or other relative dynamics. New theorem 64. beneficial, detrimental, and requirement. Beneficial, detrimental, and requirement. Advocates 1. All of the detrimental mechanisms, actions, functions should be finished, stopped, so that requirement of all normal functions, mechanisms. 2. Beneficial, all dynamics lost their balance, so that should be go detrimental, unbalanced, harmful condition, dynamics, mechanisms. 3. Beneficial and detrimental dynamics just only cycle for functions or dysfunctions, dependence of harmonical balance. 4. Absolute matured spiritual body dynamics, beneficial and detrimental conditions equal, so that neuter mechanisms, dynamics, balance. New theorem 65. Among, between, relative or absolute. Among, between, relative or absolute. Advocates 1. Among, generally, relative material dynamics that flashing in the middle, others, plurality. 2. Between material bodies and spiritual bodies, dynamics immature condition, just like two separate dynamics as unbalanced. 3. Matured opposite dynamics cause singleness, oneness, among others immatured dispersion. 4. All of among dynamics concepts all the time should be born, produced between dynamics, so that at the end should have been gone, unit, singleness, one unit. New theorem 66. Solitariness and crowded, psychological and real life. Solitariness and crowded, psychological and real life. Advocates 1. Absolute solitariness belong to HALİKHU got 1. Real saints, messengers. Friendship of HALİKHU got 1. Because of absolute maturity, relative alone, but the most richnesses, interaction, absolutely. Relative immature solitariness, like absolute for material body dynamics. 3. Relative crowded, absolute solitariness, material body dynamics, immaturity cause psychological problems, unreal life condition. 4. Matured solitariness, ordinary but richness, solitariness, but crowded so that never impossible should have been happened, psychological problem with real life condition, basis of real balance, and absolute single personality. New theorem 67. Dualism and confusion dilemma. Dualism and confusion dilemma. Advocates all of the created of all concepts, dynamics, mechanisms, all of things, people, existence, dual, binary, endless, just only one, HALİKHU got 1, unit, single one. 2. Dual binary of all concepts lost their balance, cause confusion, dilemma, condition that unproductive dysfunction results, productive may be abnormal productive, unproductive or normal. Changeable. 3. All of the dual binary actions mechanisms because of lost balance or should not reach balance, so that pathological conditions would have been happening. 4. Immaturity of all dynamics cause duality, binary, confusion, dilemma, so that all mechanisms, abnormal, aberration, condition, position. New theorem 68. Total diversity to be continued recombination of scenarios. Total diversity to be continued recombination of scenarios. Advocatus 1. Endless creation power force to total diversity absolutely planned to be continued via recombination dynamics mechanisms of universal mind by HABİRHU. 2. Possibility never impossible should be made, planned, strategies, design, creation, art, known, logical mentality. 3. All of the diversities, concepts, mechanisms, dynamics, existence, so many, much prototypes that exactly plan and endless powerful universal mind creation, recombination for the universes and universal mind creation via recombination to be continued, but endless creation power own same principles, mentality, purposes and laws. New theorem 69. Bipartite for DNA normal function. Bipartite for DNA normal function. Advocatus 1. Bipartite design of dual binary opposite ladder balance DNA genetics principle life all of the universes creation bipartite completed dynamics mechanisms. 2. Bipartite is reality of heterozygosity, same mentality, male-female system, principles as auto-control balance mechanisms. 3. Bipartite of DNA, normal function, coding, exons, and non-coding introns, area, obligatorily essential physiology, function, actions, mechanisms. 4. Telomeres and microsatellite areas that repeating genetics material for normal functions, actions, mechanisms need to bipartite of DNA. These advocates very important that opened new information areas and research. New theorem 70. All opposites, just only outer layers, relative differences. All opposites, just only outer layers, relative differences. Advocates 1. All of the material bodies designed to half parts completely, macro, micro, molecular atoms under atom components. 2. All of the material bodies designed, all of the mechanisms, actions, functions, opposites, masculine, feminine, at the same basis. 3. All of the opposites just only functional to be normal as relative basis of material dynamics, but differences level, degree of feminine, masculine, personal identity. 4. Material bodies outer layer according to spiritual bodies and need to these opposites balance for normal function, vice versa. Unbalanced somatic and psychological problematic conditions have been happening. New theorem 71. Boundary with boundlessness. Boundary with boundlessness. Advocates 1. All of the universes or our material ego body dynamics seem boundlessness, but boundary like absolute. 2. Our real matured spiritual body dynamics absolutely boundlessness, attributed of Halikuan Gotuan endless maturity, absolute reality. You know, human is symbol, some information attributed of our Haliku one, Godhu one, but absolutely endless, separate, different. Human and Haliku one, absolutely different way, road. Three, all of the relative dynamics, imaginative mechanisms, actions, functions, bases, or boundaries, dependence, time, and place. 4. Our hearts, spiritual dynamics that related directly to be continued along life period, lifespan. Our Halikuan Gotuan is boundlessness of metaphysical who deep sciences only maturated condition. New theorem 72. Material brain mind and spiritual mind relationships. Advocates. Material brain mind and spiritual mind relationships. Advocates. 1. All of the material brain mind, dominantly practical mind, are limited and dependence of brain individual capacities. 2. Spiritual mind is limitless because of absolute dynamics supported endless universal scientific mind by HABİRHU 1. 3. Immature person, material brain and spiritual mind separated and low capacity according to absolute dynamics. 4. Real absolute matured human material brain mind and spiritual mind together should have been made unique, single, one, limitless mind, so that absolute balance between this world and other world should have been happened, designed, reached. New theorem 73. Capacity and components relationship. Capacity and components relationships. Advocates 1. All of the combined complexities, existence, too many, so much components that one, then total ability make global capacity. 2. Capacities should be possible definition globally. Material components, ability, and spiritual dynamics together, expression, total capacity. 3. Absolute capacity should have been increased via maturation, processing, and protocol. 4. Extreme material or extreme spiritual capacities make abnormal dynamics that should be lost. There's balance and harmful effect more than useful effect, working regulation, basic dynamics. New theorem 74. Causative agents correlations. Causative agents correlations. Advocates. This world existence endless vehicle agents that governing causative dynamics as real imaginative by HABİRHU 1. 2. All of the spiritual bodies and all of the causative agents correlations each other's just only should be changed, able, power, ratio, degree. 3. All of the outside physical causative agents plant our material bodies, realities, relationships, affection reaction principles. 4. All of the biological pathogenic agents had been planned our body's dynamics mechanisms together that dependence ordering or vehicles should be started interactions, regulation and efficiency, efficacious dynamics. New theorem 75. All naturals, refusing artificial. All naturals refusing artificial. Advocates 1. According to other world, reality, natural, our spiritual bodies and dynamics. According to this world, natural means our material body and its dynamics. 2. All natural soil origin, so that our material body is soil origin, that means all soil origins likes each other. 3. All of the natural soil dynamics and plastic polyvinyl chloride, plastic derivatives, very different categories, root fundamental dynamics, refuse each other. 4. Faithful dynamics, like absolutely faithful. Profanity, atheist. Profanity, extreme materialistic dynamics. Profanity likes her same categories. Faithful generally give chance, tolerance, agreeable, antagonistic group ideas. New theorem 76. Civilization, connection of material and spiritual body. Civilization, connection of material and spiritual body. Advocates 1. Absolute civilized, obligatory dependence, real maturity, that material brain program burdened with high values that transferred into spiritual bodies. 2. Real civilized spiritual bodies just pooling, accumulates high values, tolerance, agreeable, should be accepted, multiply colors, religions, cultures, and all differences. 3. Civilization, main basic reality suitable of material, spiritual, high qualities, balance. 4. At first, material body characters, adjectives, uncivilized, and need to divine who reality, help of all livings, charity, praying activity, goodnesses, excellences, behaviors, actions, at the end, join our spiritual body dynamics. New theorem 77. Classical, traditional, and modern together make one. Classical, traditional, and modern together make one. Advocates. Our material bodies like modern, concepts dynamics because dependence of time and place. 2. Our spiritual bodies, like traditional classical concepts, dynamics because absolute spiritual body dynamics independent time and place. 3. Real matured human existence, real balance that modern and traditional dynamics balance as peaceful. 4. Immature person's life existence, two opposite unbalanced dynamics as race competitively dominant, recessive, changeable, that which dynamics should have been become front or backside activity. That's all now. This program, group of theorems, finished. This program designed by philosopher Efruzhu Phrmp. M means metaphysical sciences. P means positive sciences. Together, real absolute dynamics. Thank you very much for your patience. See you again.